So I started some rose cuttings from my wild rose bushes probably about 4 to 6 weeks ago, and I just want to see if they've rooted. They still look really good. I'm not sure I see any roots on that one. Oh yeah, I see some roots starting on some of them. They're probably so tiny, but they are rooting. I actually want to separate them into separate containers because I actually started them not for my own use, but actually to sell, because I'm trying to start my own plant nursery by taking cuttings here and there, little by little. So I definitely got to get this done this week. The summer has quickly drifted into fall time, and so many of my friends are so happy and they're so excited about fall and the change of the season, but I am just not one of those people. I already miss the hot, warm temperatures of summer, and everything is just really changing fast. You can see all the changing colors of the trees. And pretty soon they'll all be bare. You can see how many leaves we've already lost by looking at the side of the road, how many leaves are already on the ground. Seems like that the trees quickly lose their leaves as soon as they start changing here. So this here is the back of our property, and we don't use this because it's very swampy, and a beaver has actually been building its own pond for a couple years now. The town has been in and out of here trying to discourage the beaver by putting in grates and cleaning it out time and time again, but the beaver's still winning. So we have like 7 acres, but we only use about 3 of them because the rest is quite wet and swampy. I have my hopes up that fall will last a little bit longer. The October will be a wonderful, sunny, warm month. And that would be perfect because then I could still grow the greens that I'm trying to grow in the garden. The strawberries that I planted into the new part of the garden that I'm going to use just for strawberries are actually doing really well, and they took really good. They look very healthy, very nice. Even though I still have about 100 more left to plant. So I'm out in the garden. I need some celery for dinner because I'm gonna make some homemade soup. So this one is actually quite large. So I'm gonna cut this down and see how big it is. It's actually a really nice size. So I'm gonna take it in, wash it up, and we're gonna throw it in our soup. Alright, so I'm going to make some homemade vegetable stew in my Instant Pot, and we're going to use our celery we just got from the garden, and I've already got the hamburger brown, so we're going to just throw that in. Alright, when when I'm using my Instant Pot, I just brown the beef ahead of time. I don't like to put raw meat in with anything actually. I like to cook it first. And then I have some organic beef broth that we are going to throw in there. Alright, so I'm just going to throw our broth in. Alright, I already got the vegetables all sliced and ready to go in. I'm also just going to add a little bit of frozen corn. I never measure anything. I just throw it all in, and I've made it so many times that I pretty much know how much of everything I need. And these are just minced onions. I do not peel onions. I hate peeling onions. They make my eyes burn for literally hours. Alright, a little bit of garlic powder. Alright, so we're just going to stir it around. I think I'm actually going to add a little bit more water because it definitely is going to need it. Alright, I added some more water and close the lid. And now we just need to turn the setting on to soup. And that's it. And it will be done in 16 minutes. It's really easy if you have an Instant Pot to just make soup real quick if you're in a hurry. So I've been working out here for a big part of the day today, just trying to get the weeds pulled, and it's been a job. So this stuff here that you see on the ground, this stuff grows all over in my garden. It's just like greenery. So I just pull that and I just leave it on top, and it composts down and adds to the fertility of the soil. So over here you can see that this area is actually weeded. It's just that the green stuff I left on top. So I still have more weeding to do, like that huge weed. I'm gonna have to get a shovel and dig it out because those they don't come out very easy. So I did get quite a big section done of it. And then over here, I didn't take this out yet. This is my lemon mint, which I'm going to harvest today and dry it for some teas and hopefully have some fresh tea with it. That would be great. And my sunflowers, I'm gonna leave them in for now because they're so pretty. So I still have strawberries that I'm working on getting out of here and transplanting. I did get a lot of strawberries transplanted today, so that was another accomplishment. This is just more lemon mint that is going into my garden area. And I've been pulling it and feeding it to the chickens and feeding it to the rabbits because there's just no way I could use all that. And they really like it. Plus it makes the chicken coop smell a lot better. But anyway, I have this huge wagon full of weeds that I'm going to give to the chickens, put it in their fence, and keep them busy for a couple days. So I put some more strawberry plants in over here today, and I got this pretty full. I don't really think that I could fit any more in without them being a little too close together, because next year they will also be putting off runners and making more. But the ones that I had planted like a week ago actually took good, and I know the leaves look crappy, but on some of them, but they're still alive, as you can see. So the leaves die back in the fall anyway. My comfrey I just put in this year. I got 3 plants over here. Didn't do too hot, but hopefully next year it'll be better. This area over here is really wet, so I think if I just build the soil up a little bit, it'll do a lot better. So now the chickens have some fresh greens inside their pen. It's really muddy in here because it's been raining so much lately that it's just soggy wet. But having the weeds from the garden will really help, and it will keep them occupied, and they love to have all the stuff from the garden anyway, whether they're weeds or fruit or vegetables or whatever. Pretty soon after I get the garden all cleaned up, I will let them out to free range for the rest of the fall and into the winter. And they really like that time of the year, because otherwise they're kind of cooped up inside this fence, which it's not like a huge fence, but it's pretty big enough for the amount of chickens that I have. They all have lots of space. I love these salmon Faverolles. They're my favorite. They're just so pretty. Alright, so I harvested some fresh lemon mint. I'm going to take it in, wash it off, and dry some of it, use some for some fresh tea. And I also harvested the green bean plants out of the garden. I just took them all out. I'm going to let the pods dry so I can save the seeds from the bigger beans. And then I can just use them next year. Alright, so I got my lemon mint leaves in the strainer, and I'm just going to rinse them off. And then I'm just gonna let them dry. So I'm just gonna use this old tray, and I put some parchment paper down, and I'm just gonna put the lemon mint. You want it when you want to let it, a lot of the water strain out, which I guess I should have let it sit a little bit longer. Just gonna spread it out. So it'll dry better. This batch I'm actually going to use to make soap with, which I hope it still holds its scent when it's dry. So I can't remember if it does or not. Just spread it out a little bit, and I'm just going to let it sit until it's dry. And then I'll put it in an airtight container and store it away. What? What are you guys doing? You're so cute.